Hey. Hi, guys. Okay, waiting on Ramona to come on. Let me make sure I put on my trusty glasses. Yes. Hey, goody. Ah, you guys give me jokes. Oh, hold on. Check, check, check. That's right. Let me see if I see Ramona here. I don't see her yet. Hey, guys. Hi. Night. Thank you, honey. Love you too, Miss Stoddard. Blessings. I have on the glasses for see. Wait a minute. I'm doing good. Is that Krishna Lawrence? Hi, thanks for asking. Good night, Neville. Thanks for asking, guys. I almost forgot. It's Pum Pum night. How you mean you almost forget lick you want in your skin? But say Pum Pum night of Friday. Hello. Oh my God. I'm looking out for Miss Ramona. Tell me the secret to your look good body. A whole heap of workout. Honey, I work out like slave. You don't even understand because I eat. I love food. Love food. And I eat. Okay? So balance it out with the exercise. Work out like a slave. Please believe. Hi, Miss Kim Rose. Always great. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I say if I ever know how the phone then near to my face so I can't see what I'm saying. Good night, Nelly Nell. Hope all is well. It will be high. Oh yeah, seriously? Hi, sweetheart. No model competition. Body well fed. Ah, I never open up live so fast, yeah? Y'all are giving me jokes. Oh my God. I finally catch you live tonight. Welcome, sweetheart. Welcome. How come you always miss it? Guys, it started at 9. Hi, sweetie. I'm waiting on the other half to come on. I don't see her yet, so I'm waiting on her to log on. I don't have no other phone, I can't call her. Q, you hear anything from her? You hear anything from Ramona? Hi. Good night, sir. King man. Thank you. Hi, long story short. Bless up, bless up. Daniel, if that's you, big up. Guys, you have to go check out Long Story Short. It's the shit. Hi, Stuart, I see you. Hidden Desires, hey. I see you, sweetheart, I see you. What's the topic tonight? Tonight is question and answers. So we're going through sexual fantasies and we're answering the questions. I hope we have questions, you know. I hope we have some things you know, want to try and them something there, and I'm ready, you know. Ready for me, you know. Understand? Okay. I don't know where. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Miss Collins. Anna, hi. What is this star? Hey. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Red Dragon. Boy, on the name them never cease for white name that for amusement. A different name them when they come up with, but me I tell you now. Hi, Shadian. Hi, Z, how are ya? Ooh, nice to have you, sweetheart. Welcome. Hey, Star. Hi, Lisa. Alright, I'm trying to figure out. Hi, Alex. I don't know where Ramona is. Hi. Hey, Z, how are you and your beautiful babies? Hi, Keisha. Hi, Sim Blessing. No, she's supposed to be here. I just don't know where she is. I don't know which part she's there. Q, if you're on, honey, can you just call? Send me a WhatsApp or something. Let me see what's happening. She's supposed to be on. I'm just waiting on her to log on. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't have no way of contacting her. She's coming. How do we date in COVID times? You date online, honey. You date online. And that will actually give you all an opportunity to date. Right. I'm talking about the upright mumbo now because, you know, we don't date in Jamaica, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So at least now you're forced to get to know somebody. Spend some time talking to them. Yes, and find out what's actually between them ears and leaving the between the legs for later. So yes, get to know. Get back to them good old days, man. When people used to call and this texting crap where y'all doing, just stop it. Cosmic Woman, okay, hi, where is Ramona? Send me the request. Online, yes, go online and behave yourselves. Keep your clothes on. Keep your clothes on. Behave yourselves, get to know. Have a lavish with these people. Yeah, man, remember them days and mixtape, Jesus, peace. Oh, mixtape with sweet so. Come on, let's get back. Dating is the shit. Waiting. I'm telling you. Yes, please. I just saw her just now. I did, but I don't see the request. So let's get back to those days that we used to talk, you know, and there was a whole heap of mystery. You wondering what's under my clothes? I'm wondering what's under yours. Okay, hold on. She sent the request. Let me see if I can do this. No, I don't understand what's happening. Send a request. Guys, you forgive me. Yes, I'm the slow sweet jams. Wanna know what's out there? Hello. Hey, Ramona.
Hi, honey.
What's up?
What's good?
A holy potting. A
Oh
holy
Lord,
potting. Lord Jesus. A
that
holy
sound
potting.
that sound nice and wonderful and everything in one. That
Yes,
sound like
yes,
it have
yes, my
it have
girl.
holy things on one feet.
No, holy pottings, my girl. Me finally reach a gym. I must say 1 month, make my body not touching at the gym. There's some the body I
My
say,
God,
yes,
tell me
please.
about that shit.
No, locks. It stay away. Anyways, welcome to another episode of Pum Pum 101, y'all. Right? My name is Caleen Dierdrick, and this other nice lady want to sit down at the bottom. That her name is Ramona Riley, otherwise known as the Vagina Lady, the Pum Pum Specialist, all of this good stuff. Tonight we're going to be doing the question and answer. Yes, showtime, honey. The question and answers for sexual fantasies. I am hoping that you know I have some questions, but I'm telling you this from before. You know, there are some things that you're curious about, stuff that you want to try. I hope you guys have actually tried some stuff. Okay, I'm curious. Have you tried some stuff since we started talking about it? What? Anything that we mentioned, particularly you fancy and you decide to you want to wait name there, let us know. The other thing is this, right? Bear in mind that we cannot see the little teeny tiny prints. So if you have a question, kindly put it in all caps so we can address it. So, Miss Ramon,
Please.
you want to take us down? You want to give us the rundown in terms of, you know, some of the stuff
Memory lane.
sexual? Yes, please. Sexual Stace. You hear you are your memory lane.
Well, welcome
I
everybody.
know.
Welcome, 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 welcome. So we have been talking about fantasies for like the
2
past
weeks.
3 weeks, right? 2 weeks. This is the third week, right?
Right.
And we went into a lot of things when it came to the whole fantasy aspect. We spoke about having a fantasy and fulfilling that fantasy mentally versus physically
Right.
versus vocally versus all of these different things, which
Mm-hmm.
is why there's no reason why you should not be able to at least talk about your fantasies and really
Yes.
fantasize about your fantasies, because
Yep.
there's so many different ways that you can express that
Right.
fantasy. Maybe you're with someone, you're not with someone, you're with someone that might not be game, but and so you there are different aspects that you can pull from and you can use to be able to express this fantasy that you could have, right?
Right.
So we tapped into a little bit about role playing last week, right? We
Right.
spoke a little bit about that. Um, and we spoke a little bit also in the past 2 weeks about like personally us, like things that we, like our own personal fantasies, maybe things that we have done or things that we have thought about doing, but it's never happened. So
Right.
when it comes to questions and answers, Caleen, all I can think about is what else, like what else do are people trying to get an understanding of when it comes to this whole fantasy aspect, because we really touch on a lot of aspects, not
Mm-hmm.
just the role playing but the dressing up and creating that fantasy just through dressing or just through speech, verbal, whatever, and
On
of course
location.
whatever else that could be involved, right?
Okay. So
Exactly.
for me, I touched on the location. For me,
Yes, location is
location.
very important.
Yeah. 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 The location for me is what will create a lot of the fantasies that I want to fulfill at this present time. I've always had this fantasy about the boardroom table. I don't know. Have you ever had your pussy eaten out on a boardroom table? Like
On a what table?
on a boardroom table, my girl, the big old
Yes,
one.
I lost my virginity in a boardroom.
Jesus, no, girl. I'm talking about on the table. Boy, yo, no, no, no. Wow. One day you're
Yeah,
gonna have to tell that story. I'm talking
yeah.
about on the table. Every time I go in and I see one of them big, big conference tables, something there, my whole skin
You
I
think
catch
about
on
all you
fire.
can do on it.
Jesus, peace. Like
The amount
I'd
of
be a
position, the
honey.
amount of everything.
I would be a buffet. I would be a buffet. I mean, he would just die. Just go to town on all of this. You understand? So for me, the location is a big deal. Person that don't know say the elevator thing have me weak, weak.
Yes, we've spoken
Like
about that.
Jesus, have mercy. Not any elevator at this point. But I like the glass one. The glass one like is the ultimate fantasy. So for me the location is a big deal. I also like the dressing up because as I said in last week's show, I think it's an excellent way to come up out of your mind. It's an excellent way to change the tempo. There's a way that we take
And
on
be
the
someone else.
characteristics. Exactly. There's a way that we take on the characteristics of the outfit that we have on. So yes, yes, somebody said my boss best for me. Yes, please. Oh God, yes. Oh God. Best to the thing one time. So I'm curious, guys. Do you have any questions? Is there anything that whilst Ramona and I are talking and going back, is there anything that you all are curious about? Somebody had asked a question up top. If it is that we're dating online, how are we going to get to try anything? No, it's okay. This is the one time when I can't excuse the waiting the dating online. You guys can okay. And this is after on the dating for a minimum at least 2 months before they start to take off the clothes and fees and tax. Yes, yes, yes. I went there. 2 to 3 months, please. So the fantasy that you guys can actually pull off on online is that the show and tell. I was talking to you guys about that. So you can start delicate. Nobody start about showing me a pum pum. Like, oh, hold on the thing. You understand what I mean? Hold on, hold on, hold
No,
on.
that's not sexy.
No, that's not saying. You could start with the show and tell, but just show me your shoulders, show me your toes.
Yes.
Get back to the good old days. You know what I mean? That is a nice
The
little way to put up stuff.
simplicity of shit.
Yes. Hold on, I have a question here. I love a good, what is this? A good old-fashioned pin down to the bed. Simple little, what is now? Simple little wrist hold and soft. I've mentioned that absolutely, that I enjoy stuff like that, and I've made myself available for a spur of the moment possibility, but nothing. Sweetie, let me tell you something now. Let me explain something to you now. And this is a thing when we realize a woman always do. We now wait for the man to make the move. Draw down from the man, do it to him, do it to him. I'm telling you, set the pace, set the tone, and you'll be surprised to see how him rise to the occasion, figuratively and literally. Now, I don't know if that counts as a fantasy, but homeboy not getting the point, what is this, of fulfillment. What do I do, boss? As I said, initiate. If it is that you actually want and talk about it, this is one of the things that we were highlighting in regards to your fantasies. You have to talk about it. You have to let your lover know that this is what you're curious about. This is what you want to give a shot. But you have to talk about it to make them know what's going on. Ramona?
I agree. I can hear you for sure. Yeah,
Right.
I totally agree. Letting your significant other or the person that you're having sex with or going to fulfill this fantasy with, or the person you want to fulfill this fantasy with, that you definitely have to express what's going on and what you want and your desires and all of that. I mean, from every angle, no matter what part of it, from a sexual aspect, from any kind of relationship, may it be sexual, may it be whatever else, communication is always key. We've said this many and many times. So expressing yourself in terms of what it is that you like, don't like, or what it is that you think about, that fantasy aspect of it, is something that you should be expressing with your significant other. If it is that you don't have a significant other and you are really looking into it from a, you just want to do it, you just want to get it, you just want to experience the act of whatever it is that whatever the fantasy is, and it doesn't matter about it being someone that you're with versus a one night stand or something like that. Well, that's a little different, right? Because you don't have to be communicating for days and weeks about this, because you don't know that motherfucker. I mean, y'all are just trying to get that motherfucking shit on.
Just trying to get
yeah,
laid.
exactly.
Shit.
But
Hold on.
I find that, like, for me, like, I mean, I know that last week, the week before, like, I was talking a lot about, the fantasies that I have had, that I guess I've done, I've conquered, or I've experienced.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. I can write a fucking book about that motherfucking shit, right?
Yeah.
But when I sit down and really think about it, Caleen, I realize that there are certain things that really are fantasies that I really have never done, that I would say is a fantasy of mine. Like, I have this thing, okay, so I have this sushi issue, right? Where I love sushi. I love it. I could eat that shit all day, every day. And I have this fantasy about lying down fully naked, right?
Ooh, and them eating it off of you?
Oh, different sushi rolls or different sashimi, different nigiri. I don't care. Even if you want to take some sake and pour it on my nipple and lick off my nipple from the sake, or pour it on my clit and lick it off. Like, I am that girl. I have never, ever experienced it personally, but everything in me wants it. Everything in me wants it.
Life. Register me. I'm in. High five. That is so fucking sexy, Ramona.
And please, nobody use a fork. You're going to use your finger, or you're going to use a chopstick.
No, sweetheart, let me tell you. For me, what would be the cincher for me? You're doing that shit and I'm in public. Like, I need to be like in a room with people who just cheers up.
No, what you need is to be in a room with the people them, and people are, and it's not just your man, but are those people that eat the sushi off of your body. How much that you want?
I would no. Let me tell you exactly what it is that I would want. I would want for people to be sitting there and watching, and I get to invite who I want to come and taste something off of me.
Okay, so you want the watching. It's not necessarily that you want the people who are watching to be involved in the eating.
Exactly. Okay. my man gets for feast and whatever else. And if it is that I so happen to meet the eye of someone, because it's only special people get invited in that space there. If I happen to meet the eye of someone and I say, come, I have a nipple that wants some licking off. Jesus, that would be
some attention.
Woo, that one is a good one. Okay, so I saw some questions and stuff. A lady was saying, I think it's Lisa, she was saying that she wants to fulfill a fantasy. She had spoken to her lover, and Lisa, if you hear me, then you can jump in, right? She was talking to her lover about some fantasies. I'll know. She said 7 months into the relationship, they're not fulfilled yet. Lisa, you said this is the thing now that I'm going to say to you guys.
But is he talking with her about the fantasy, or is she just chatting?
Talk about them. And if it is that 7 months has passed and nothing don't happen, then simply bring it back up. And the way that you bring it back up, ask him. So as not to, hey, how come I talk to you about them things from how long are you not telling me?
And you're not fulfilling.
Are you not? No. Lose the attitude. Just simply ask him, baby, is there anything that you would want for me to do in terms of a fantasy? Is there anything that you would like for us to try? So make it about him. And then afterwards, after him tell you and him feel like, yeah, all right, now she consider it and so and so and so, then you simply make him know, say, you remember that thing that I tell you about? I really want us to try it now. Do you want us to do it together? And then you can get like a timetable or something around it so you guys know it's going to happen. Or you say, let's surprise each other, but the surprise must happen within 1 month. So you've given your lover.
That timeline helps a little bit because you're not like waiting forever.
No, you're not waiting. And then remember, so 1 month, you cut it down 3 weeks, 2 weeks, depending on how fast you want it to happen. And then you see what can go on. But jump on it. Somebody was saying that she wants to be by the river, a campsite and think that's her fantasy, that's sexy as fuck. Go get that.
Yo, let me tell you something. You see having sex by the fire blaze up and you're fucking by the fire blazing up in the middle of the woods. Yo, I have done that shit. That shit is amazing.
Sweetheart, no, for me it is the rock stone in the river. Oh God, why did she so?
Is that day or is that night?
Night, goody, night. And in the day, they get eat out. Believe you me, that me's a nature junkie. So holy
we know.
Can go on in the bush. You understand me? I'm about that bush life. You see any more questions? Hold on.
Somebody just said I asked a question, but I guess you guys didn't see it. We didn't see it. We're looking. I'm looking back.
Ask it again. Let me see. May I scroll back down and see if I see it. Okay, I will remind him exactly, Lisa. Just jump on that. Remind him. Make it about him. Ask him what it is.
Fireside up on Hollywell. It nice.
Nice.
No, but the
river. Mm-hmm.
No, and it's funny because I like the river thing and I like the beach thing in terms of having sex there and all of that niceness, but right. I don't necessarily enjoy fucking in the water itself.
No.
It's not as it's overrated. It's overrated. I'm not glad.
Good. No. Let me tell you what is nice. It is nice to actually start the foreplay. The kissing and the rubbing up on each other in the water is perfect. But the actual penetration, that shit dry out your lube, man. That wash out the lubrication. Especially if it's a nice long old man and him a pull out and wait him the lubrication get washed out in a second. That shit only look good from the movies. I'm not saying
and if the man would not long it creates a whole other issue. And I rabbit and I beat you. No, not cute. In the water and the water just well, let me tell you this. The only thing that's nice about that is when the penetration is happening in the water, there's a little bit more extra pressure. And I find that the pressure can stimulate the clitoris a little bit more than if it was that you guys weren't in water. But when it comes down to the actual penetration and getting the excitement from the penetration and creating the what should I say, the wetness and the lubrication and all of that, the water, maybe pool, maybe beach, maybe river, maybe any of those things. I think it takes away from the real sensation that could be happening. 100%. Okay. Put me on the sand and fuck my ass on the sand.
I saw a question just now. Somebody's asking if it is that this is me paraphrasing. What if let's say them have a man who's particularly adventurous? How do you get him to get up and go? The thing is, again, you start to have conversations, right? Always make it about them first. Ask them what it is that they want to try, because this breaks them down. Okay, it gets them conversant and so on, and then
And
outside of
don't have this conversation 2 years after you guys are together.
no, this is something that you need to be continuously talking about. The other thing is to also suggest, is to say, honey, there is something I'm curious about. I saw this thing, Ray. I would love for us to try that, right? And two, the next thing, women, let me explain that something. You see, whenever it is that you initiate, when you step to your level, when you surprise him, right, it changes the tempo of the engagement altogether. Because most men are used to chasing down the pussy and them try for romance and forget to open up on the leg and run the front on them also. When they're not accustomed to women who, unless it's one of those dynamics where it's the older woman and the younger man kind of a deal, right? But they're not accustomed to the women being the aggressor. Change it. Step to the man. Be about what it is that you say you want, and you'll be surprised to see how things just get nice and juicy. One time.
I totally agree with you, Caleen. 100%. 100% with that. There's no doubt.
Hold on, the young person just asked the question again. If the guy, hold on, wait, if the guy doesn't hold me sometimes by the neck whilst having sex, I sometimes don't enjoy it. Is that a bad thing? No, girl.
Hell the fuck no.
I'm about this grab up short life. That is, if we cannot be having sex.
If that's what you like, that's what you like.
No, say it and articulate it. Take him hand and rest it in your throat if you not squeeze you in at the time that you need it. Girl, if that's what gets you hot, then you need to let him know. You have to deal with a man that's about this grabbing short,
Yes, and Caleen, that is a true statement. If you like the grab throat, you can't deal with a man that is passive and don't feel comfortable ever grabbing anybody's throat. You or any other woman.
No.
That man is not for you.
That man is not your man.
It's not going to work.
Need a man who, when you talk to him about it and when he sees what happens to you when he holds your throat, it's exciting to him. Come on.
And him feel how the pussy react.
Yeah, and him feel how your body
and
the sound of your breath, girl. This is when my throat gets grabbed, and I can feel their hand squeezing in, his hand squeezing into my windpipe, just enough, not enough to kill me. You understand what I mean?
Right. But you feel the pressure a little bit.
Yes, the rush of the air under something. I can't tell you how that thing that works. If not get what? Jesus. Yummy for my tummy.
Oh
God. Nice me. Yep, you can hold it gently, you can hold it a little tight. And I need somebody who knows how to move the hand around, because you cannot have it in a stranglehold and you're gonna get me in a fight mode. Right? So you have to know that sometimes
it has to switch up. You have to switch it up.
Yeah, man. You have to know how to twist around the thing or whatever. But if that's what turns you on, sweetie, you got to say that. You got to say that.
And don't judge yourself for feeling that way, because it seems like there's some judgment there or some worrying, like you're worried how he might judge you. Fuck that shit. Get it. If that's what you like and that's what you want, you're not hurt nobody.
Get it. You see, the other thing that I want women to recognize is this: men are usually very articulate about what it is that they want. You ever book a man yet who sit down there, book and
who don't know what they want? Never.
No, and them tell you, baby, skin out the pussy, let me see it. Open it out, them want to name it from behind, them want you understand me, fling it back from me. You ever notice how you get
them can write a book. Them can literally write a book.
Them a give you X amount of direction. So why is it that we are sitting here just a tech box, so we're not saying none? Come on. Ask for what it is that you want. Be about that shit, because it's sexy. It's sexy. I never met a man who said that he's encountered a woman who's asking for what it is that he wants and he felt like he needed to pull back. It's always a turn on for them. Like always.
There has never been a time that I have not taken control during sex and his dick isn't harder than it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about the tricks and the this and the that and the positions and what I have on or what I'm saying or what I sound like. Although all of that is great and important and wonderful, and he appreciates that. But at the end of the day, sometimes it is really just about the fact that she has initiated the sex. She has initiated the blowjob. She's initiated the fact that, and it is not necessarily all about you personally. It is about the couple. And when I say couple, I don't mean together, love out, and going to get married or are married. Just the sexual vibe between the two of you, right? It's very, very important to make sure that you are expressing yourself not just to your partner, but also that you are taking charge sometimes. Sometimes you have to take charge.
Yep.
Just like how sometimes a man needs to take charge.
Ladies, it is absolutely sexy. When a man
sometimes it's not sexier than when a woman back you up. When a woman back you up, I've never back up a man yet in a one corner and him dick not up. And he's not just like, yo, anything you want to do, I am game. Like, anything. I'm open and I'm willing.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. And I say this to women like all the time. You see, when you make the move, you inspire something else out of him. You get a different kind of fuck from a man who you step to. Completely different, like completely. And worse him say, yo, you're militant, you're about this shit, you're about pleasuring him or whatever else. You're fighting for sick. The most passive man will turn into like ravage you, like completely have you, right? Because you made the first move. You make him feel desirable. And when you make a man feel wanted and desirable, I'm promising you.
Him just go give. Him just go
thank you.
Open. He's gonna be open.
Jesus. Anything them time there. Worse if you surprise him, he's in traffic and you just zip his zipper down and start to suck that dick. Girl. You understand what I mean? I'm telling you.
Or what is even better sometimes is you wake him up to the blood clot head.
Yes.
That nigga is sleeping in bliss. He could be snoring. I don't give two fucks. By the time you lick him balls 2 times and go up the shaft and kiss the balls and come back down to the crease and then suck just on the head and just suck and release and suck and release and lick and suck and release. The man wake up long time. The man is ready.
Ready.
Worse him not pee yet. So you know, so the penis up.
Yep. Hold on. Somebody send a question. So ladies, how can I do that with Bob? With my battery operated boyfriend. Well, the thing is this, right? And I see how a couple of women on here complaining how single life sucks or whatever else. No, it isn't. It doesn't suck. I promise you, it's not as bad as we're making it out to be. There's so many different things that you can be doing. You understand? I'm going to try to excite yourself in the process, right? Now, again, you can have Bob, right? And have, me telling you something, and I'm going to know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Some of the best sex I have had, like with myself in terms of masturbation, is during that time. The exploration that takes place when it's just me, myself, and Bob.
Please, let's not talk about it. Please.
No, serious. I'm telling you, you can go fucking insane masturbating. So, ladies, don't make the single life out to be the worst thing that can possibly happen to you. It is not. It is absolutely not. It gives you an opportunity to learn your body. And when you learn your body, then you are more conversant. You can tell your lover, this is what I like. This is what excites me.
And you can do things to yourself that your lover cannot do for you immediately either.
Right.
I have been masturbating much more than I ever used to masturbate ever in my life. Like ever.
You're too lying. What's causing that? What's causing that, honey?
Like I have been like, and I think the reason why is because I have learned so many different ways to masturbate.
Yes.
That now there is a variety. Whereas before, when I used to masturbate, it was very turn on the porno, rub up my clitoris, lick on my nipple, suck on my own nipple, and that's what it was. And like come and whatever, and that's a wrap. But no, because I know so much more and I'm so much more in tune with my body. The orgasms or the sexual pleasure, I guess that I would say that I'm giving myself is completely different. Yo, last week Saturday, I lied in the bed and me just touch my breasts. I never touch my pussy, you know. I just touch my breasts. I just touch my thigh. I just a hold my breast. I just a inhale and I exhale and I breathe and the amount of cum, the amount
Right.
of leakage that happened, you that think that a body must sit near me.
No,
And
I know
nobody never near me, none at all, Caleen. None at
sweetheart.
all.
Well, so me upon my little walk, yes, I know, right? So nobody right about now. But what I can say to you is this. What I can say to my masturbation game has always been through the motherfucking ceiling. Like, we make love to ourselves over here. Okay, this is not no finger on clit life. We ain't got no time for that. Some
Just a
proper love
vibrate.
making. No man, sweetheart, some proper love making I make to myself over here. And what I can say to you, like especially like before the period and right after the period, when the horniness a buck me like it a take down the ceiling kind of a thing. Oh my God, I'm over here helping myself, and trust me, after a good masturbation, a good blood creep come like, oh, the kind that have me. When I come like really amazing, I start giggling, and sometimes for home me I laugh, me jump off of the bed. Oh, it's nice. So the thing is this, ladies, get that masturbation thing on, and don't just make it be just your finger touching your clit like so. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying get in touch with your body, touch your breast, touch your neck, run your fingers like the soft patty section of your fingers, just run them across your body and see what happens. Run them in places
And don't
that you don't
and
normally
your
touch.
your
Yep,
nail bed is amazing too, Don't forget about the
yep,
nail bed itself
yep.
because there's a lot, it's a lot more the gentleness of it and all of that really can take you to a different type of arousal, or the
Mm-hmm.
endorphins that can be created because of that is also amazing. Like, guys,
Absolutely.
yes, put
Get in
yourself,
it, get in
love
it,
on
masturbate.
yourself.
And the thing is, masturbate not just in your home, masturbate in the traffic. Jesus Christ. Masturbate in the bathroom at work. Oh Lord. Masturbate all
Me
both
not that girl there. Me
everything.
not that girl there.
You
Masturbate at the
know what?
office, I am not that girl.
Seriously?
I
Yo,
will
me for
masturbate
that,
in
you
the
know.
car. I will
Me for
masturbate
that.
wherever else. But like at work,
Woo!
okay,
Um,
so for me, I guess for me, for work, I mean, if I'm at my office and it's just me, one, and Jesus, like, yeah, I guess I could masturbate and I'd be fine. I'd be content, I'd be okay, everything would be good. But
uh-huh.
I don't think about that. I don't think about masturbating then. I guess
Okay.
I guess I guess that whole work mode thing just takes it to a
Right.
whole nother place, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
Um, but what I would say is I think at the end of the day, just being in different places to
Yep.
masturbate creates a whole nother niceness.
Yep.
Just like having sex in a different place,
Yeah,
right? So it's
that's what
really
I'm
about.
saying. You see that work thing there. Let me tell you why the work thing is so sweet. Because it's just like, when you're fucking at any minute somebody can come in and catch you. Oh, it's nice. So you
Hmm.
come quick. It's the same thing at work. Because the thing is this, right? You never know who's gonna come in the cubicle beside you.
So
You
let me ask
never
you a
know.
question. So you,
Oh my
so,
God.
so so in this situation, you're fucking the person that works there, or you have snuck in, or you have brought in your significant other to fuck them. How that work?
No. But I'm not talking about fucking at work. I'm talking about masturbating
Masturbation.
at work. No, remember, then I'm me and myself, I'm me and myself. It's simple. One, let me tell you when is a good time to masturbate after work. After your yam. And sometimes the nigger writers are setting so run go get a tap up. After the meeting with the person, they must stress out your soul and them little thing there. Run go get a tap up. That is when, I come back and I revamp and I'm good to go. But it happens quickly because again, remember, so you can't stay in there, so I can't do the make love to my body like when me there at my yard
Right
and
at
then
the norm.
exactly. But the thing is that it's heightened, just like masturbating in the traffic. Because in the people can, know who can see you, and it's like a bigger vehicle. They can look down,
Look down.
and
Yes.
see your hand. You understand? Listen to as I said. The whole idea of being watched is just like sex as fuck to me, right? But I'm saying every time that you do it in some place different, it changes the tempo. Like I mean, and you
True.
find a different way to access your body that you cannot access with just fucking.
And that's something that you can communicate to your lover. You understand what I try to say?
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. I said to Una, say, people, don't knock it till you give it a shot. When you give it a shot, touch base with me. Talk to me and tell me how it did make you feel. Tell me what happened to you whenever it is that you do it. I'm so serious. Like proper serious.
Yeah. That whole different place, may it be masturbation, may it be sex, and these different locations that you're doing it, definitely changes the dynamics. It heightens everything that's happening.
Jesus! Oh God.
It definitely does,
I am telling
100%.
you. Absolutely. No, I'm telling you. Try it, people. Try it. When you have to inside, I suffocate the cum. When you
Fuck the suffocating. Me not suffocating as a blood clot thing.
You can't blood clot masturbate at your workplace. Not even bother friggin' try that shit there because your fear out under no kind of control of blood seed. And you're not the one there.
None.
No, you can't do that. Leave that one alone, Ramona. You do it in the car. Do it in the car.
No, but it's funny. I masturbated the other day and the children were actually home.
Whoa.
Right? Which I never would usually do, right? Because I kind of like just separate the two, right? And that's just what I've been doing for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Judge me not, judge me however you want to say it. And the other day, the children were there. They were occupied. They weren't in the room. They weren't close to the room. But I had to catch the door, lock the door, do all kind of thing to the door because my picnic them is just picnic that was just like, Mom!
The door come in.
Blah, 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 blah. So me catch up, do whatever me need to do so door can just open. Right. And I literally made love to my entire body, you know. And by the time, and when I was coming, I did not give two fucks about trying to be quiet.
No,
I did not care.
Serious?
Like I didn't care. I did not care. But just come. I literally just like released. I opened my mouth and I expressed what I need to express. And don't get me wrong, I don't think I was as loud as I would usually be, right? And I think that's just because of like subconsciously, like, you know, I sort of things set up. But there would have been a time that when I went through that, I would have muffled myself and I would have muffled my cum.
Right.
Fuck that.
You know that on that. No, girl. Well, as I said,
release that blood clot.
No, depending
beside the room, in the room beside me. The pity them not in the room beside me. I am good to go.
No, depending on where. Like in the car. No. You see, if me got look up now and see somebody I watch, come on. Jesus Christ. Like,
but you watch too nice, man. We know that shit.
You don't know me feel about the life there. You know me feel about it. Jesus, Father God. So no. I will suffocate the cum if I'm at work or whatever. You understand me? Bite my lip, something that do some deep breaths, and the deep breaths allow the cum to spread all over the body. You understand what I mean? Like amazing, like hands down. So for me, that is it. But try doing it in different locations, and you're frightened to say how different your cum is, how it impacts you in a completely different way. Hold on, I can't even see. Can't even see what one I saw. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see if you guys have questions. Remember what I was saying? If you have questions, please put them in all.
Name me from behind. Yes, God.
Yes, please. Yes. Absolutely. Hands down without fail. Hands down.
Yeah, that's a good time. That's definitely a good time.
Oh my God. You see anything, my girl? Any questions? Remember, ladies, all caps. All caps, ladies and gentlemen. All caps. I'm going to try to see if I see anything. Why the thing look like it's fast?
Single life sucks. Sucks
no, it
ass.
Doesn't.
Sucks. No. Sucks with like 3 S.
Wow. It doesn't. It's not as bad as
it
you guys
doesn't.
Think it out to be. It isn't. It isn't as bad. I can tell you that much. It's not. And it's what it is that you're doing with yourself during that time. And most of us think it sucks because you're sitting here pining and wishing that you had a lover or whatever else. But no, somebody's asking. It's
the same thing that you want from that lover is the same thing you can do to yourself. And know that and understand that. So because like for me, I am a person that when we're having sex, it can't just be penetration. I need multiple stimulation. So
Thank
you can be
you.
penetrating me, but I still want to be kissing, or I still want you to rub your hand across somewhere, or I
Right.
still want your finger to be near somewhere, or something. There has to be other things going
That's
on,
going on.
right?
Okay, hold on. I see some questions coming in. Someone is asking, is how do you know when a threesome is good for you? The chemistry. The chemistry is usually a good sign that, okay, fine, there's something to go. If everybody involved is excited and, wanting this experience, then yep, that is usually a good sign that it's a go. If you like the people who you're thinking of and they're vibing you just the same, that's a good sign. That's a good sign that it's time to jump on that. I have seen another question up the top part here. Somebody's asking if
Somebody
threesomes
just
are
said
taboo.
truth. It's damn sexy when a woman makes the first move or
It
makes the
is.
move. Sexy as
Absolutely.
fuck.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, somebody is saying that they want to be at work and somebody underneath the table. Jesus, friend, that's a fantasy of mine.
That's hot.
I think that's Jesus and yam your pussy under the table and you're trying. Oh God. Hot.
Yo, but think about it.
Jesus.
Think about when it is that something is happening. Maybe you fucking or you're eating your pussy eating or you're sucking dick or something and the phone rings and someone answers it. Maybe you answer it or the person that is getting the pleasuring answers it. Think like the feeling that's happening, the sensation of the shift of it's not just me and you anymore. No,
Mm-hmm.
there's someone else on the phone,
On the
and
phone.
that fucking
Woo!
person don't have a fuck clue about what is going on here right now. That heightens everything.
My girl, it heightens everything when they know. Like, I used to have a girlfriend who called me when it is that she's getting fucked. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Hot, 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 sexy, sexy, At least for me, I think that's hot. Somebody asked the question, and I saw the question before. She was asking about premature ejaculation, and she's trying to find out if that is normal. No, it is not.
For who, man or the woman?
Yeah, she says when it is that the man is, I guess, in the habit of ejaculating too soon. What is this? Wait, I have been having wet dreams often of late. Why is that? I can't even tell if this is a male or female that's saying that they're having wet dreams. Hold on, I can't see the name. Okay, that's Lisa. No, because you're horny, sweetie. That happens. It means that you're human and your body is still working and your libido is alive and well. So, yeah, yeah, your body is going to be telling you that it wants some TLC. That's it. Ain't nothing the matter. Would a gentleman know that um, that could be physical in terms of something could actually be happening with his physical body, and that's something that he can go to the doctor and check out, right? Or it is that he just needs some practice. For some men, they just need to masturbate some more because then it desensitizes the penis to the feel of pum pum on it. So they masturbate, and that will help them get to that space now where they can last a little longer. Or they learn some
Or it becomes opposite.
or they learn some techniques and in terms of slowing down. So if it is that he is going at the pum pum, it is to pull back, come out a little bit, start to do some foreplay on the woman or whatever else. Like a cool breeze, touch the body, make him him slow down a little bit. So just learning some techniques. That's something that can be started. Go to the doctor first though to make sure that there isn't anything medical behind it, and then if not, then you just start employing some of those techniques.
For sure. And by the way, I have a new pill.
Right, go ahead. I see somebody talking about them. The stamina pills.
Okay, and this is Stamina XXL. Not
Okay.
XL anymore, but XXL, right?
Right.
And it lasts 4 days, the pill.
What?
Okay?
For days?
It lasts 4 days. We have a male version and we have a female version,
Mm-hmm.
right? And literally, the orgasms and the feeling that you have, because I'll be honest with you, I find that if I have sex with a man that masturbates on a regular basis, like regularly masturbates, I can tell with the fucking. I can tell with how his penis is reacting. I can tell how that even itself, because a lot of times when we masturbate, maybe the man or maybe the woman, if that is something that is you and you don't have a significant other per se, or you're not as open with the people that you're having sex with and you're doing a lot more masturbation, you find that you can really only come from your own masturbation because you know how to stroke your dick, you know how you like it, you know the pressure, you know the this, you know the that kind of thing. The other person doesn't know. And even if you teach them and even if you tell them, I find a lot of times they don't know, which is why a lot of times I tell my male clients, listen, when you're having sex, don't always come, you know. The problem is when you fuck and you always come.
Right.
You're killing half of your fuckery. Don't always come. If you can come to that place where you are going to ejaculate and then don't,
Yep.
and then go and have sex the next day or 2 days later, the feeling of the sex is 10, 20, 30 times better because you did not come the last time you fucked.
Well, that's
It's
called
not
edging.
always about coming.
Right.
Sometimes you have to hold it.
No,
And I'm saying that for the men just from a medical standpoint.
that is called edging, and edging is phenomenal, especially for building a man's stamina. Like excellent, excellent, excellent. When you learn to control the sensations, I mean, it turns things up through the roof. Now we are at that place. We're at that time where we have to start to wrap up. So you mentioned the fact that you have the pill. You were also talking a little bit about a lube that you have. Is it done yet?
No, so by probably the mid of October, we would definitely be talking about it in terms of, you know, we will have everything down, that you can actually purchase and buy it. Because I don't want to talk about it if you can't text me tomorrow and be like, yo, more
Right,
go buy that, right?
right.
But yes, the whole thing about the lube that I'm trying to create, of course, one is from a natural standpoint, but from
Right.
another standpoint, it is being able to create a nice lubricant that not only, yes, oiliness is good. Okay, we want that kind of slippery. Slippery is good, but too slippery is also not that wonderful either when it's overly slippery. So we kind of want a slippery, but then we also want that kind of lotiony base, but then we still want so there are
I
all
guess
these different compounds that we
right.
want
I'm
to
trying to
that I
figure
want
out.
to be able to create so that when this is happening, I mean, let's be honest. When we're talking about masturbation, especially from the men's point of view, most men masturbate using what? They use lotion. I don't know how many men really use oil.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have. But hold on, focus. Get back to it, Nina, because the time running out. So tell me what you have coming up. What you got coming up?
Okay, so on Saturday, which is tomorrow, I have a unitoning class tomorrow. Of course, unitoning is about like strengthening the vagina, toning the muscles, creating an awareness also when it comes to the sexuality and the femininity of the woman, right? We also deal with a lot of things like releasing certain things and really just getting comfortable with certain things about yourself. So that is tomorrow. Next Wednesday we have womb wellness as usual, and that's every Wednesday at 9 o'clock, where we're always tapping into something reproductive or something sexual or something. There's always something from a holistic,
So
hormonal,
wellness next
reproductive
Wednesday.
standpoint.
Right. So come check
What
out
do
Womb
you have going
Wellness on
on?
Wednesday. I don't have nothing going on except coaching at this point. So I see people reaching out asking me about coaching and stuff. It's only taking place online. I'm not meeting anybody face to face, right? So it's just a matter of sending me a DM. I can tell you price and the payment method. And then we get started. You meet me on Google Meets and we talk about, what is a source of stress for you, helping you figure out what's the best way to navigate that. Outside of that, nothing just yet, but I will keep you posted. I want to start lap dance classes. I'm thinking about in October, but my schedule has been ridiculous, and that's the reason I haven't set a date just yet. But as soon as I can concretize something, then I will definitely put that stuff out so you'll know exactly what's going on there. Now, for the persons who are asking questions and so on, I'm going to ask that you send a DM to Ramona. Somebody's asking about the cost of the essential oils for steaming. So you can send a DM to Ramona after this, right, to get all of your questions answered. Definitely. Listen to me. When we have some time, I mean, I watch the time, it's not wicked and terrible. But for the ladies who have not tried the steaming, I'm going to strongly suggest it. Steaming has saved my life. My hormones, I don't know if it's age or whatever, but my hormones have been all over the motherfucking place, like just ridiculous, right? And the only thing I was spotting, like whenever it is that it was time, when I'm ovulating, and I literally, I spoke to Ramona about it. Ramona put me on the steaming bit. She also put me on the womb tea, and believe you me, literally, right after my period, a beautiful steam, and that I don't have any issues. So for women who might be suffering in this regard, I need for you all to touch base with her. The shit up like 7, and it's completely natural. So before I used to be taking the pills to try and maintain it, to keep it stable or whatever else. I'm not doing anything. I just steam my pussy, and afterwards I feel amazing, like absolutely amazing.
It really is amazing.
So women, I want to know.
I have a special one for you too.
Yo,
but you have to come at the office, come do it.
No, I'm never come at the office. I'm never see if I can forward tomorrow or whatever. But ladies, get it. Her steam is like what, 2.5. She has the little ones for 2.5. That's the refills.
Yeah, that's the refill.
Tubs, right? And then she have bigger tubs or whatever that you can get, and you just steam once a month, twice a month, depending on the nature of whatever it is that you're ailing with, and you're good to go. Anyways, bless.
So let me need to hire you.
No, I'm not even playing. We can market the thing, and my thing is, I will not stand behind it if it's not working. I wouldn't fucking say a word if it wasn't working. So what I'm telling you guys, believe me. And I'm gonna say, believe me when I tell you that that thing is working. It is the one thing that straightened out my hormones. I was cramping, and I took the womb tea. Like I've been drinking the womb tea since I got it. The cramping subsiding. Me and my yoni egg. Anytime this cramping starts, I start to use the yoni egg, and believe you me, so I have a little system. So try it, people. Try it. Anyways, we want to thank you so very, very much for tuning in for another episode of Pum Pum 101. As always, we're going to try to sit in them where we are telling you, send we a message whenever we come online, talk to us about the experiences that you have, if it is that we've inspired you in any way, shape, size, or form. But we're going to do it because our intention is to teach, to educate. So make sure you get
so that you guys practice.
Yeah, man, outside of the source.
It's not just to talk about it.
Yes. Thank you again, and thank you so very much for joining us. Blessings, and enjoy the rest of your Friday and the rest of your weekend.
Thank you, guys. Blessings. Have a great weekend. Bye, my darling. Stay safe.
I will.
Bye, guys.